experience of working on something like this without a hand is, it goes like this. Are you ready? Good.
We've decided on the working title of Blackberry Winter.
It's really good because it's not already made, it's new.
Follows a caregiver on her journey of taking care of her mother, who is suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia.
It's such a fast-growing epidemic. It's going to only grow and grow more, and that we aren't really talking about. And that's frightening. I mean, to me, that's frightening.
Interspersed within that story will be sort of a creation myth that evolves before an audience's eyes, attempts to explain why Alzheimer's exists in a mythic way, in an iconic way that is maybe something we could process when the idea itself is both too large and terrifying to really kind of get your arms around.
If there's a topic that's incredibly challenging, that we look at initially and go, I have no idea how to do that, I have no idea how to reflect that on the stage, then I think that's what Out of Hand is best at.
And stories are how we learn to be present with what's going on in our lives. So the act of telling the story, the act of listening to the story, the act of gathering around the story, the act of absorbing the story, responding to the story, all of those are healthful acts. They are all ways to be with this in something other than despair. And ideally, they are ways to be with this in something that's so different from despair that it turns into humor, connection, excitement, or an outlet for frustration, or a way to acknowledge anger without hurting anybody, just putting it in the room.
Using a loose variation on a joint stock development model to create this piece, we've been able to meet with neuroscientists, we've been able to meet with doctors who specialize in caregiving, we've been able to meet with social workers, like people across a broad spectrum.
You take resource material, you take interviews with really intelligent researchers or caregivers or social workers, etc. You take artists who really know how to take an image and turn it into a physical composition or a noise or a whatever, and you build something that turns into theater.
We're best at assembling a team of compassionate, empathetic, intelligent artists, craftspeople, and grappling with really tough topics, and then bringing them to you. Hopefully in a way that's both profound and silly, which is what we love.